What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? It's your boy Derek, Pretty Boy Down, Pretty Boy the Panther. Growl for me, ladies, growl. And welcome to another episode of Live from Sour Apple. You know, it's the Question of the Day show where we issue you a question, and you know you hop on www.lapnation.blogspot.com, answer it, do that stuff, and you know why you there, you know what to do, right? Click those Google ads right there. You ain't got to buy nothing. Just click them. You know, bring me a little extra revenue. You know what I'm talking about? So, today, man, I have my man, crazy artist. And not in the artist's sense of rapper or poet or something like that. I mean, my man does real art. And not even just traditional. I'm talking architectural art. Like, he can draw you the skyline of any city like no other person I've ever met in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my man DeMarcus. What's going on, man?
How you doing,
I'm
Derek?
good, man. So why don't you, you seen the show?
Yes.
You like it?
I love it, man.
Yeah, we definitely trying out here. Why don't you go ahead and hit him with the question of the day?
Okay, the question of the day is, what does it mean to go the distance in achieving a goal?
Okay, what does it mean to go the distance in achieving the goal? So why don't you hit on with it?
All right, for me, going the distance, I try to use that in all aspects of my artwork. And going the distance meaning the time, the effort, creativity, and the thought process for the most part. And, trying to do something that's creative and original that stands out and that really shows that I'm serious about my craft and want to make a career out of it. And as well as trying to show people that nothing's impossible when you put your mind to it.
Okay, going the distance, people. You hear that? Going the distance. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of, I think, the question that I believe Mr. Fresh himself did, Anthony Cookman. Going the distance to get a goal. What really is it? You know what I'm saying? I think it has to be. I think it's on a everyday person's different on your own situation. If that makes any sense, what I just mumbled. I think it's more so like
we flowing.
We flowing. We just gonna keep it going. Yeah.
All right.
I think it's more so like you got to understand. Like I say all the time, you have to find your limit and push past it.
Yes.
Not all of us have the energy level that Puff has. Well, we can live off of 22 hours of work and 2 hours of sleep. Yeah. Not all of us has the swag of Jigga. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you need to find your limits and push past that. And then set reasonable goals.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Set reasonable goals. It's like, don't say, by 35, I'm going to be a billionaire. Mm-hmm. And it's no other goal in there. So I say, okay, you're 35, you're going to be a billionaire.
That's true.
What you going to do to get there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's baby steps. Me, I go so hard. I don't ever think I'm going to see home again. You know what I'm saying? All day. So, I mean, just push past. That's how I look at it. I just push past, man. Like, now, for me, that's how I attain my goals. And, oh, my God, I feel like I mumbled this whole thing up. My brother got a really good question. I feel like I'm messing up. You are an architectural artist.
Yes.
You draw buildings. And, I mean, when I say he draw buildings, I don't mean like he just draws buildings. I mean like every detail to the last screw. Like they should have had him help draw the stuff for the Matrix. That's how intricate this young man is. Yes. How old are you?
I'm actually 23.
23.
Yeah, 23.
He draw buildings. He draw what? Did
23.
you hear what? Yes, you heard that.
2,
buildings. That's crazy.
Yes,
I feel like you're not even in the picture enough. You need to be in there a little bit more, because that's you got to see him. So you draw buildings. Like, what inspired you to do that?
Actually, when I was a kid, I started out doing comic book characters, and I learned from my older brother. Mm-hmm. And by the time I got into high school, I wanted to try something a little bit different that made my artwork a little bit more serious. Mm-hmm. So I started doing clothing and then buildings as well. Mm-hmm. And after continuing on doing buildings, I ended up doing it as a profession instead of as a hobby.
Okay.
So now I try to use all aspects of different types of art to incorporate architecture. And believe it or not, some people don't truly think of buildings as a form of art. They just think of it as a place to conduct business and use for daily means in society.
Okay.
And I think that Chicago is known for architecture, and why not do artwork that pertains to the city,
Right.
in which people can really relate to and really show how Chicago can stand out nationally on an art level. So.
Okay. See, that's crazy. Now, we met each other kind of weirdly, right?
Yeah.
We actually, were auditioning for the 50 Cent. 50 Cent, what was that?
50.
What was the name of the show? Get Rich or Die Trying. That show that defunct it after like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And I met my man, and like he just had this big, dumb, crazy carrying case, and he's just like, I felt like he mapped out all of Chicago, like the whole. What was it that you mapped out? The really big one.
The really big one was actually a recreational version of Baltimore.
Baltimore. He redrew all of Baltimore.
Yeah. And what I did was, I used like the original '70s version of the downtown area, and I took that and did a lot of the original downtown buildings and some from my own mind frame. So,
now, as you doing this, does it make you a struggling artist still, or like are you still like the rest of us? Are we still just trying to make it?
Yeah, I'm still a starving artist, as they call it.
As they call it.
Trying to still push on.
We eat our dreams. We eat off dreams. Yum.
So I'm but surely enough though, it's coming along. I actually have 2 shows coming up. One at the Northwestern Lurie Center downtown with Streetersville on November the 13th and 14th. Okay. And, well, actually, I'm sorry about that. The 14th and the 15th.
Okay.
And another one at the Merchandise Mart, which is a even bigger venue, where it's entitled the One of a Kind Show. Mm-hmm. So hopefully everybody can come check it out. Whoever checks this video and see some good art.
You're gonna see all his links and stuff down right under this. If you haven't noticed what I did, I kind of changed it because the question was so, intricate on how do you get your goals. So instead of just saying what I felt and just cutting it off because it would have been cut off in 4 minutes, I kind of let him give you a story how he started. You see the steps that happened and the progression and where he's at now. Now he's in Live from Sour Apple. Yes. And that's huge in the hood.
Yes, it's really huge.
CNBC, baby. That's me. Check it out. Go to my blog spot for that. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Anything else you want to tell them real quick?
All I want to say is no matter what in life, you have to stick with a goal if you have one and never give up. Keep pushing every day, 9 to 5, 10 to 2, over and beyond. And never give up or second guess yourself. If there's something that you have in your heart that you truly want to do, stick with it and try to harness that craft or goal and expand it so that you can become like the Jay-Z's and the Puffies, because with hard work comes great success. And in order to get that success, you need that mind, and that mind comes from the heart. And that's all, folks. That's all. So this has been another more deep version of Live from Sour Apple. All right. We chuck deuces. Chuck them the deuce. All right, peace. Chuck, you got to chuck them. I got you. We out, boy. All right now.